Some unfortunate news out of the Sony camp. Their mobile division is once again hit with layoffs, this time more than 200 employees losing their jobs. In Lund, Sweden, Sony has announced that more than 200 employees are set to lose their jobs. Previously the headquarters of Sony Mobile, earlier this year, Sony Mobile moved their headquarters to Japan in order to save costs. It was only early 2019 when Sony... Damn it. It was only early 2019 when another round of layoffs had hit the Lund headquarters. Unfortunately, employees have become all too accustomed to layoffs. We only have to go back to 2015 when roughly 1,000 employees lost their job and Sony Mobile began its restructuring efforts in order to save costs and to save the division. Unfortunately for Sony Mobile and their employees, their fortune hasn't changed much and in fact has gotten dramatically worse. Back in 2015, Sony shipped roughly 25 million smartphones, and although that's not many, it's way more than they're expected to ship in fiscal year 2019, with sales targets hitting roughly 4 million units. For comparison, Apple sells 4 million units in under a week, where Sony expects to do that in the entire year. As part of their cost-saving measures, Sony Mobile will cease to exist in Europe and all employees will instead be transferred under Sony Nordic, a division of the European arm. Doing his part to stay upbeat, site manager Stefan Andersson had this to say about the company. In concrete terms, this means that we will become a Sony site, but the mobile segment will remain. This is part of a long-term strategy where we will streamline our ability to use our expertise in wireless communication in more segments than mobile. I guess one way to become streamlined is by selling 0 products, in which case you have 0 responsibilities and 0 things to ship.
Come on, man, damn!
Of course, when employed by Sony and an official site manager, Stefan has to be upbeat, but I'm pretty sure no one in the industry, including internal employees at Sony, expect the mobile division to turn things around. To make matters worse for Sony, without a viable mobile division, they've been unable to be a player in wearables, smart home tech, IoT devices, and more, seeing how they're all tied to smartphones.
Damn, you do start fast, don't you?
Ultimately, Sony is pitching layoffs as a way to save money, but really layoffs is just a fancy word for firing, and that firing unfortunately has nothing to do with the employees themselves and everything to do with mismanagement at Sony. Here's hoping that all those affected by the recent firings will find even better jobs in the near future. Thanks you guys for watching this slightly more somber news on Sony. If you'd like to see more of my videos, make sure that you click subscribe and you hit the bell button to be notified when I post the next video. For those of you on Instagram and Facebook, make sure to heart said video and share it if you'd like. In fact, no, it's a requirement. You have to share it. It's a non-binding agreement when you decided to watch this video that you will forever heart, love, share, subscribe, bell notification, more share, and more hearts my videos. Such is life.